Dun, 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 dun. Hello there, and welcome to our Week 4 team builder for the New South Wailmers, coached by yours truly, the Flying Bird 14, as we take on the Brisbane Scythers, coached by D Willy on the beat. He's not as good as J Ricky, but J Ricky, where has J Ricky been? This week is going to be a very interesting matchup, just by looking at it. So he has a very powerful guard. D Willy was one of the coaches that sniped me a absolute fuck ton during draft. So he has that accolade. The matchup is sort of a bit janky. The Mega Scizor is normally a Pokemon that once you remove Zygarde can absolutely sweep, but then again Scarf Marshadow is something to also be in consideration. The scary thing to note is Zygarde hasn't got a kill yet. Zygarde has only been brought to 2 games, it's 0-2. Let me load up my showdown real quick. Oh, that's what we're ready. It's all the Team Biscuits. Yeah, so when we look at this matchup, there's some very glaring things. Marshadow is a massive threat to any draft. I actually don't have a banded Marshadow, which even Volby doesn't want to take a CC. Not even Kang. Yeah, banded Marshadow is annoying. I think the only one that wants to take a hit, let me look up this damage calc. Marshadow. I think it was even my fault. Let's go Shaman. Are you Leech Seed? You have to bow. See, like close combat is a guaranteed 3-shot, but let's just say we went choice ban. Sorry. This is where I wish it has a search feature. So like choice ban, guarantee. So that's a unique challenge in itself, because sometimes when you draft teams, you don't have any like defensive switch-ins, but we do have some very nice like offensive pivots. And that's something different to take into account. Like, banded Zygarde plus Specs Coco just goes ham. Now the Specs Coco I want to use this week is Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and U-turn with choice specs. Now this seems like a weird set one. I'll have a coverage move, let's say like HB8 for the Queen. Oh, that'd be too obvious, firstly. But secondly, with Mega Metagross and a lot of my team members, it allows us for some very, very unique situations. Well, one of these situations presented is that U-turn is only for Nidoqueen. His only ground is so like in what's it called? UBL. Everyone draft double ground. I'm playing in so many leagues recently where Coco is becoming unviable because everyone's drafting double ground. Grassland does 40. Like HP Grass is a strong ground of the two. He also has a Go-Go, and he also has Sliggoo. So two very good Pokemons, and Mega Metagross is going to be pivotal this game. So Metagross, Mega. That's insane. I'm just trying to look at what coverage moves I want. Metagross. We got a fire move? Actually, that's an interesting cat to look at. Oh, Sleeper. Alright, I like that calc. Like HP Fire for that Mega Scizor switch in, which has been very, very obvious. I think I want Zen this week. Meteor Mash. Zen Meteor Mash. I think I want Bullet Punch as my final move. Let me just count how much this Meteor Mash does to Latios. Oh, you Max Mega, nice card. Jolly. Okay, so Meteor Mash does a lot. I think I want Earthquake though for that Arcanine, to be honest, but how much does Arcanine take? You showdown usage. To Earthquake, 55% guaranteed 2-shot. Yeah. And then we also now will have that HP Fire as a lure for Mega Scizor, so, you know, let's just say, for example, he wants to switch out into his Mega Scizor. He will have a lot of issues there. Sliggoo will probably be a good quote-unquote answer, but at the same time, it will get chunked. Specs, like, so, let's look at Sliggoo, right? It has really nice but defensive, it's going to struggle, even with that Evilite boost. I think I asked the question of the day, what is your favorite sitcom show? One of the ones that I've been recently getting into is That 70s Show. It's surprisingly got a really strong cast looking at it retrospectively. At the time, I think a lot of them were no names, but when you have people like, you know, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, the Alex Voss chick out of Orange is the New Black, you know, it's a very strong cast. Now, the Mega Metagross, like, so far we have this. Mega Metagross is a beautiful lead. A beautiful, like, answer for that Mega Scizor, because Scizor has one main flaw. And that flaw with Scizor is this. It takes 55, you know, it's going to get chunked by HP Fire. Earthquake is going to chunk the Arcanine. Marshadow. We're going to actually make ours live a hit when we come back to do this. Look, Zen Headbutt. Bang. Earthquake sort of seems redundant looking at it, because does it get it? What rock move does it get? Rocks 2. I mean, also Stealth Rock could be very nice this game on Mega Metagross, because realistically nothing wants to defensively switch in, and Mandibuzz can Pursuit though, which is important. But then again, if we're not, we only have so the other issue to remember is we only have 2 rocker options. But I think at the same time, Mega Metagross puts on so much offensive pressure that we don't need those rocks, and that's always important to look at. So we have Specs Coco. So let's go to that Zygarde OU showdown usage. Bang. So I love having Zygarde. Gosh, that's insane. Yeah, so we couldn't go as so like this is where having our Zygarde on this draft is really good, because it forces him to bring in that Mega Scizor every time. So that's really good for us, because we do have Mega Metagross with that HP 5. We also have Coco, and I think Coco yeah, like Choice Specs has a ton. Because like the other thing to note as well is we can always Volt Switch and try to play that way and play a bit cheeky. I actually don't think Nidoqueen can beat Gothorita 1v1. I mean, how much does Marshadow take from Kangaskhan's Fake Out? That does a nice little bit, to be honest. But at the same time, the biggest issue with Marshadow is that bulk up set. Because we only really have 2 mons on the team that can outspeed it. Well, Luke Shaw always. Electric Seed comes to this matchup. High Jump Kick, Acrobatics. Roost Sword Stance. Because how much is Lucha's dang, that is also +2. God, it's a monster Marshadow. Mega Sizzle. At +2, take 67, Buoyancy. Let's roll. Mandibuzz, you Taunt Toxic, HJK's, it's just an absolute monster. And that's something to always keep in mind. Actually, hang on. Marshadow. Ololamok. Shadow Sneak, 31%. Yeah, that's not enough really. But it could be nice with Poison Touch. This is the issue because I know now that I'm like hyper. I mean, I think if you get the light screen up with, like, if I get the magic coat up with the Gothorita, I wish Gothorita got like. Yeah, cool. No, Recycle Berry's not the most ultimate set this week. I think we might have to go Scarfolk. Just looking at this scheme, actually, but then again, if you use that Flash Fire set, that can be very, very annoying. Volcarona is also a nice sort of win con once Buoyancy goes down. Hinchido is annoying as well. I think we have to bring him up in this game. Ololamok. Poison Touch, Shadow Sneak. Pursuit. Knockoff. No Poison Stab. What does that hurt me again? Nothing really. I prefer knockoffs so I can knock off items, especially Mandibuzz. And then this is like a really, really nice Mandibuzz answer. Because also by bringing the Ololamok, we then also have a Pokemon that absorbs T-Spikes. So, what's Volbee's base speed stat? Base 60. Because here's the other thing, I really like Shaman as well in this matchup. Because like the more and more little things that I see start compounding, my brain's going like Edu in finals. Edu. What's King Sun's base speed stat? Nah, Arcanite's 95. Palos. See, I really like Double Ground in this game. I think Palisade's gonna be one of my last member. Imagine trading abilities or something. So I think by going to Suberry, or even Custap. Nah, I think we go Shadow Ball, Earth Power, Castle, and Stealth Rocks. Because rocks are just nice in general this game. Specifically for Arcanine, Rotom Wash. It also then puts his pressure up to Defog. He only has Defoggers on his team. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So the other thing to note is ground DMZ Laddie. Because if he's ground DMZ, it's going to be an issue for me and you. Patlos and... Does that check? No, that doesn't really check anything. Okay, so Dragon Dance Laddie could be an issue based upon bringing double ground. I think Zygarde is always a good bring here, just because it loses to the I just want Choice Band. 1,000 arrows is just ridiculous. I could probably just give it that. Okay. I mean, I could go Facade if I really wanted to. He burnt me with a Roto March. I'll tank for a Facade. Crunch for the Laddie. Did I want to run do I want to run Outrage this week? I mean, Outrage is always fun, especially if you get rid of their fairy and make a sizzle. Then you hate when you start making yourself prep for weird ass sets. This is what I hate sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, you could bring Dragon Danced, Z Earthquake. Oh yeah, that Oko's, yeah. How much does Shadow Sneak do? Because we don't have Gunk Shot, we have Shadow Sneak. 33 minimum. Ooh, that's some alright damage. I can respect that. I respect that. What is its best? What's Zygarde's best move to? I mean, doubles Choice Band. That just does so much stupid damage. Let's say it was Jolly. Let's say it's Jolly DD. That's still stupid. Extreme Speed's a 2-shot. That's ridiculous. That's so stupid. Oh my god. They're both level 102. This thing's a monster. Why isn't it allowed? You know, Queen, you defensive. I thought they were always a Sugar Berry now. They used to be for ages. So, yeah, you know, Queen. I don't really know if I want Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail could be nice than Mars Shadow. No, but that, I think I'm gonna go Earthquake as that final move, because you do get that little buff of power. It would be a KO after rocks if I had rocks on this team. Earthquake does 37, so it's a guaranteed 3k, but they run Curse on those sets. Things to do. You run double something tension now. I mean, Glare could also be nice, like the Coil Glare set. Let me just look it up real quick so I got the analysis. I wish I had a Zodiac, so I have Aura Break. Actually, no, he has Marshall. I do not want to ever let him get to a position. Oh shit, what happened to my team? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't ever want to allow his Marshall to come in better than it needs to. Oh, I could run block. I think Earthquake is just slightly better because it's just that little bit stronger. It does sound weird because the half the reason you drive Zygarde over any other Born is the okay, let's just go physical coverage. Physical by power. Giga Impact. No, that doesn't help. Earthquake does. Iron Tail does not help. Stone Edge does not help. Because you just run 1,000 arrows every time. Zen doesn't help. I think we just go with the... We just go with 1,000 arrows. Go with Earthquake, just because it does a little bit more to Mars Shadow. And once you get rid of Rotom and Mandibles Lady, Earthquake becomes free to spam, and you then get a little bit more power. It also does help against that Mega Sizzle, doing a little tiny bit more, little teeny bit more. Now the final member of this team I think has to be a Shaman, but I do predict the double. I do predict Go-Go and Sliggoo to want to come to this. at least one of them, because I think I've shown so far that I know how to use Shaman. And the way that I've been using Shaman has aggravated a lot of teams, because even against Aaron, where I lost, it still put in a lot of work. Against Sparks, got 3 kills. Against Billy, got 2, beating Scarf. And I think it was Air Slash. No, yeah, it was the max of his death. But then against, so like I've been bringing Shaman constantly. I think by having Goth or Rita, I could help a little bit more, because Goth Rita does trap some things. Mega Sizzle, Goth Rita. How much is how far different specs? $252. Oh, I hate my team sometimes. There's so many good options. Like, even Lapras doesn't look bad. Like, you look at specs, Lapras! We'll never melt ice again. You look at Kangaskhan, like, which bulky Kang in this game can be so nice. I definitely think that we've overprepped for Mega Scizor a little bit, but I just think by overprepping for Mega Scizor, you know, we have 1, 2. I think that with the this thing I would rather be bulk up, but I think SD is more important in this game because he does have that annoying little Arcanine. By not having rocks as well, Arcanine can switch in freely as much as it wants, but however, also at the same time, when you have Zygarde, Tap and Coco on the same team, you can start doing a lot of damage to teams very, very quickly. On top of that, Queen, like, the advantage of this build so far is nothing cares about rocks besides Alola Muck. That's something that I cannot emphasize enough. By not having that rocks weakness, you're really doing yourself a massive favor. Like, I could bring Vullaby, right? Like, I could bring Weak Arm with Vullaby to check the Marshadow. And that's definitely something I'm considering still. Actually, how does like, Vullaby go? Let's look at Vullaby. I think it's got a fucking shit special attack stat. Vullaby. I mean, this is good. Actually, HP5 is actually a little better last move than Earthquake. Just because it does a little bit more than that Mega Scizor. Because the other thing as well to note is that I can guarantee most of the quote-unquote answers to this to have a guaranteed 3-shot on. It makes it a lot harder for a lot of things to happen. Vullaby. Because, like, bro, because you remember, like, yeah, I don't want to be brave, but I might go U-turn. But bringing Volcarona. Volcarona is such a cool Mega Scizor answer. Vullaby always does lure in that Diancie, which I think is named Bop. In the words of Ricardo. Bop. This is where if Aaron gave me my Xerneas, I would be having a lot more fun. By not really having a Cinchino answer as well, that's sort of looking scary. Because Cinchino is annoying. Well, Cinchino is actually a threat for most teams. The base 95, 115 choice aspect of it with skilling, you know, you having base 120 moves every single fucking turn. It is making it hard though. Shaman, offensive Shaman does look really, really nice if I can find the calcs that I want. Shaman. I like how like 90% teams. Oh, that does so much damage. There it is. We will have to respond to those DMs later. From the GOAT, Jimmy Ferrugio. I wish Lapras got like Zippy Zap. Shaman, Seed Flip, like HP Fire is nice. Earth Power hits, Nido Queen. Seed Flip does a fuck ton to Nido Queen. Arcanine. I just, like, Life Orb Shaman goes ham. Just trying to think what I want. What do you want? What do you really, really want? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. If you want to be my lover, then you have to get with my friend. Like, Life Orb Shaman is like, or even E-Belt, and just go no recovery. Latias. Mega. I'm just trying to think. Because, like, Dazzling Gleam hits Mandibuzz. I'm just trying to because, like, it does a lot, Life Orb Shaman. It hits so fucking hard, it hits like a truck, but I think Life Orb Shaman really has to be the last one I bring. Even if he does bring Go. Go Go! So what would be my Go answer then? It's like, yeah, right, Okos, yeah. Shaman. I'm gonna go Expert Belt for attacks this week, which is a very unprecedented bird move.
Can we have recovery on everything, please?
Seed Flare, Earth Power.
Can we get some more recovery?
Seed Flare, Earth Power, Dazzling Gleam, and Power Fire. Actually, do I want to go Giga Drain? Diancie. Shaman. I mean, if I go Giga Drain, nah, Seed Flare does more. Yeah, I still take that roll every day of the week. Arcanine. Let's just see how much it changes everything. Not really enough to make me really want to get rid of it. It's a very, it's an elite hate show this week, if I'm being completely honest. There's no way to get rid of rocks. The only way to get rid of T-spikes is Monk. We are praying for a Halucha late game sweep, even though he has probably one of a few of the best answers to Halucha in the game, but then again he has one of the best Zygarde answers in the game. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break and then come back and do caps, and Aaron will comes down. Alright, let's come back and do caps on SG Junior. Alright, so Shaman this week, I want to be very, very offensive because I just want to keep that cycle of pressure. Now Arcanine being potentially max speed is really worrying. For one real reason. Let me try to see where the speed tiers are, because like that's the thing that we're trying to figure out now. I think you'll find as well at like level 50 the rolls go up by about 3%, and that's when I start doing my real counts. I start worrying with it. So 148 is Jolly. Is Adam, I'm sorry. Jolly is 161, so 162. Is it sort of sad that I'm worried I don't have like a very good Chinchino answer? Let me just keep doing this. 162. Now, Sizzle. There you go. How much does HP Fire do? $76. What stupid dog do you think? Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam does enough, because unless he's Drain Punch, then it gets donked. To be honest, and that's really what we're trying to do here. Mars Shadow has to lock itself into close combat if it comes in before me. Also, as well, based upon item, it's not a Z captain, so we know that, and that's really one of the most crucial things to know about this game. Now, while we have Mars Shadow speed up, let's make our Cuckoo just 1 speed faster. $220. Coco, let's go specs. What? Yeah, VGC 18, sweet. Dazzling Gleam, bang. That's what I want to see. Ladios. What's HP 5 or 45 times? Ladios. 252. I don't want to go there for it. I think I'm just going to go split defenses. There's no real point in trying to be too fancy. Mega Metagross. Don't think I'm going to split. I think I'm going to just creep. I think I just want to go Jolly and creep Arcanine. Mega Metagross. Metagross. Like, I don't really see a point in trying to creep anything too fast. So that's creeping what? 162. Let's make the same with our Arcanine. With our Metagross, sorry, 162. I think from memory, Metagross's base speed at 50. Yeah, this is a little trick I do, just if people want to know why. So generally forget how slow it is, it's base 70. Let's go dash again. So yeah, I really like that sort of bulk, and for medium mash to do, I think I want to go more attack. I think like 252 for example. Doesn't help us. Sizzle Mega. That's a guarantee to a go. Let's say put 32 here. Or 36. How much do I need to make it go up a percent? Okay, so it's not worth it really then. Purely because, like everything, I enjoy trying to figure out what is my most optimal. Let's go to Mandibuzz. I think Mandibuzz is the most important one to try to shoot shot, because Valplay's always going to OHKO me. Medium Ash does 34 for 7, and then put that into +1 range. Nice, I need. Let's go to Marshadow here, because I don't want to be ogred by Marshadow. Zen Headbutt OHKOs. Spectral Thief. Just fucked him. But here's the thing though, so like what's the same period of 2.2? There's no point trying to live that. Spectral Thief is actually fucking ridiculous. Thank goodness I have Metagross and Oluja. But Marshadow can come in so really against my team. Metagross. Is Earthquake really disrupt Undead in this matchup? No, I need it for Arcanine. Arcanine does whatever an Arcanine does. Spins a web? No, he can't because he's an Arcanine. Okay, so Earthquake does 50%. I just don't want to run any attack investment now. To be honest, because like I just do so much to it. Let's say it was Impish, max 29. Okay, let's make this a 3 KO. That's the first thing. 252. 124. 128. 160. Okay, 160 is what we need to guarantee 3 KO the stupid little fucking puppy. Let's go to 148. Make sure. Okay, so 148 is all I need to 3 KO that stupid puppy, the silly puppy thing. Then as well, I think I want to have full Marshadow. Hey, what? Banded. You guys saw before, didn't you? What was that? Adamant. Yeah, Adamant. Okay, so let's go Jolly. He'll probably go Adamant in himself because of reasons. So we have 184.32. Let's say we went the other way. Let's just say we went 216 into this. Let's say we went 100. And 100. Okay, so Jolly Band is off the table. Life Orb though is on the table. So into 0. So originally had 184. 184 is a guaranteed to it KO. Unless I say we're 32 there. So we live 1 guaranteed off the rocks, we can then OHKO it back, so we'll go 184. Right, I think we need. Go 20, I think go 4 there. So that's our Mega Metagross done. Coco's done as well. Now it's up to like, I think as well with this one, level 50, 175, I want to be 29 so I can minimize rocks damage. And then I want to go 36 into that defense slot just purely for that Marshadow. As well, So because Shaman doesn't have any HP recovery, it is going to be hard to play recklessly with my team this week. Says Bird, as he will play indefinitely or recklessly. Holucha, what do I want to speed creep? I think I want to speed creep Scarf Marshadow, which is... Okay, sorry. 194. 146. Yeah. So 146 is fine by me. 252 adamant. Nice because when you send in Holucha like really late game, there's no real reason not to. Holucha. Giant Sleeper. Acrobatics at level 50. Actually, I might speed creep Adamant Marshadow and go Jolly. No, I really want to try to sweep for this time with it. Very defensive. Level 50. So like, it just needs that little bit of chip. Chinchino. Actually, then again, if I creep Chinchino, like, oh, this is so much decisions. Do I want to speed creep a bloody Chinchino this week? I think I have to. I think I bloody have to. And like, do I even run the electrics? I think Zygarde's next because Zygarde should be pretty simple, to be honest. Let's put Holucha in the last one. Hope he doesn't realize it's there. I'm gonna regret that. I can just feel it now. Zygarde should creep. Zygarde speed again, 95. Zygarde. Oh, my favorite things. Jolly. $152. I like I'm bring a very offensive team, and I'm like, oh well, if you bring Chinchana, we never know. Playing in UBLD leagues made me super paranoid about a bunch of random shit. Jolly Max, I've got a Rotomosh, even if it's the defensive sense. It's gonna do a chunk. Nidoqueen. As well, he's going to take a chunk. Like, it was. Make a Sizzle. I'm just trying to think, is it worth having, like, going minus special defense? and then you just make the HP 5. But then again, if I'm relying upon Zygarde, like 31% and then plus Shaman's hit should knock it out. I don't think I want to do the Verdingo. Alright, now it comes down to Mark. Markalola. Oh, shit. I got Brave this week, with my Lola Mark. I know people just will 5 punches more, but at the same time I don't want to allow other externalities to go into his favor. That's more so what I want to emphasize here. So the thing that's not in my control is that if he is Cursed Mega Sizzle, I don't want to, like, of course I got HP Fire on a bunch of random shit this week. It's actually ridiculous how much I'm prepping for Cursed Sizzle. But then again, when you can put one of the best Pokemon on the planet into a position where once that Mega Sizz goes down, that, like, Mega Sizz, Diancie, dead, bang, Outrage just starts clearing the field. And that's such a small thing to get rid of. Also as well, by baiting in the Laddie, by going for Outrage, it will allow Coco to come in freely. And if 2 of those ones are dead that I just said, so Mega Sizzle and the Diancie, then Dazzling Gleam becomes also very, very free, because the only one that wants to take that is the Mega Sizzle. No, sorry. The Mega Sizzle wants to take Dazzling Gleam. Arcanine can still as well, but once the Queen goes down, Specs Coco just starts going whee! In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Also as well, which one? Mandibuzz from a knockoff. We don't have a poison move this week because we have Shadow Sneak. That's 14%. So Mandibuzz will be a little bit annoying this week, but we do have a Tapu Koko. That's something to always take into consideration. We also do have that Poison Touch, so if we do get that poison off, it will be mighty, mighty helpful. I don't really think there's too much of a reason not to just do the standard 252, 252 on Mega. Actually, let's look at Go-Go Family P bulk up at level 50. Let's see what 160. Let's see what 252 there. Oh, sweet. So I'm gonna go 252 here. All that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.